See? I told you I would be your guardian angel.
Oh, my angel of death. Daniel, how'd you get out?
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and analyzing Season 3, Episode 4 of Fear the Walking Dead, which is the Daniel Salazar episode, and it's titled 100. Now, everything up to the mid-season finale of Season 3 for Fear the Walking Dead has aired, but I still wanted to go back and review and recap each and every episode. So with that being said, a warning of spoilers, and let's jump right into this. So the episode starts out with a flashback of Daniel Salazar walking down the same highway that Nick first did in the episode Grotesque, which I believe was the Season 2 mid-season premiere. So Daniel is shown to be limping and heavily injured from escaping the fire, but we don't get to see how he managed to pull that one off. Daniel has been MIA since the mid-season finale for Season 2, and he reappeared randomly at the end of last episode. This leads into the scene which showed Daniel hiding from a horde of zombies, and I believe that this was actually a sneak peek for the episode that was shown on Talking Dead. Anyways, one of the zombies catches onto him as he tries running away, and he crawls under something. Now, this is a pretty crap plan, so I'm not too surprised that he instantly gets grabbed by the zombie. Continuing the similarities to the episode Grotesque, Daniel has a run-in with wild dogs just like Nick did, but instead of the dog attacking Daniel and almost killing him like how they did to Nick, they actually end up helping Daniel by attacking the walker and getting it off of him and saving him. He then briefly laughs as the title card plays. As someone named Defraying comes and kills the zombies with a nail and a hammer, he pulls out Daniel and starts introducing himself. We've seen this person before in previews for the episode and the season in general, and so he turns out to be the person who helped save Daniel's life. He brings Daniel to a random fountain that's programmed to dispense water once a week at an exact time, and then he brings Daniel on his little carriage thing as he bikes around zombies, whacking them with a ball and chain. This is also something that's been teased in trailers since after episode 302, I believe, so it was nice to finally reveal the answer to more of these questions. As Daniel and Defraying meet up with his people, Daniel passes out and is moved to a room with their family as they debate with how to heal him. The woman suggests that he'll probably lose his leg, but they try to save it anyways, and so as Defraying gives him a flask of some sort of liquor to chug, they start to try to scrape off the rotted away skin on his leg from his burn. And then we get a small time skip to Defraying and Daniel scavenging, as Daniel's leg has seemed to have healed enough for him to limp with a cane. And as they try to kill a zombie with another nail and hammer, Defraying asks for a larger nail as the zombie is larger itself. And so as they rest and eat for the night, Daniel sincerely thanks Defraying for helping him, and he gives him a haircut in return, as we all know that Daniel used to own a barber shop that our main characters camped out in during the riots in Season 1. As Defraying asks Daniel if he's going to run out on him, Daniel admits that he's a murderer and that he's killed 96 people. As Daniel continues to explain how he's moved with his family from El Salvador to Los Angeles, he mentions that he never told his daughter the truth. Defraying agrees that it's right to have kept it from her as it was his burden. And then they discuss how Daniel is actually looking for Ophelia, as he doesn't know whether or not he burned her alive in the fire. Daniel asks Defraying to forgive him, but Defraying just questions who is he to forgive Daniel. That being said, he still forgives him and they pass out. Daniel goes out during the night and a few zombies start attacking him. He manages to whack the first one into the stream of water beside him, but his second hulk of a zombie is proven to be too much against poor little crippled Daniel. So as Daniel kneels down as he's practically ready to just give up and die, a strike of lightning literally hits the zombie right on its head, killing it, along with knocking Daniel back, knocking him out. These two random guys end up finding Daniel in a sewer tunnel or something, along with the zombie struck by lightning. They bring him to a woman who in turn brings him to Dante's dam, and the woman gets him a job as a janitor. Turns out the people who found Daniel were janitors for Dante's dam themselves, as Daniel is shown to be helping them now. As Daniel doesn't stand up for Dante as he walks in the room, his bodyguard JC comes to give Daniel a hard time for not doing so. Daniel doesn't want to take shit from anyone, so he stabs JC with his fork and gets him to back off and raise his gun. Now Daniel did this on purpose to get the attention of Dante, and so as Dante enters the room, he asks Daniel as to whom he is, and he says that he is Daniel Salazar. Now Dante has actually heard of Daniel as he calls him multiple names, such as Lieutenant Salazar. Apparently he was a killer trained by the CIA. As Dante greets Daniel to follow him, he explains how the most important thing is to maintain order. Daniel asks for a jeep, and Dante tells him that he'll gladly give him one, but he doesn't want to let someone of Daniel's skills go. Dante insists on Daniel staying, and they shake on it. So as Daniel gets sent out on a mission to find the culprit, apparently stealing water from Dante, they come across the area where the fountain is from earlier in the episode. They end up leaving just as the fountain was about to turn on, and so Daniel gave up Efrain because he didn't want them to find the fountain running water. The reason the water runs is because the woman who got Daniel his janitor job at Dante's dam has been the one running water to that fountain one time a week at a specific time. She's been doing it for her family, and Efrain was the one always to collect the water for them. And so Daniel explains to this Lola woman that he gave up Efrain to prevent her or the fountain from being discovered. Then, Daniel watches Strand as he gets held up at the gate, bringing us back up to speed with the end of last episode. As Strand tries saying anything that he can to get out of Dante's cell, he ends up slipping in his lie, and Daniel catches it, causing him to not believe a word Strand says.
She is alive. Get me out of here, and I'll take you to her. She's waiting for you.
¿Qué hijo de puta tú eres? She's waiting for me?
Daniel,
I don't believe you.
This leads us to the torture scene as Daniel actually ends up torturing Efrain. During this, their conversation references an earlier one between them as he asks Efrain to forgive him once more, as his only options for Efrain are death for him and Lola, or death and death alone. As Daniel is about to murder Efrain, Lola pushes him away, revealing that she was the one helping Efrain steal water. Dante lines them up at the railing of the dam. They first kill off a red shirt, who was the same janitor guy that originally found Daniel in the sewer pipe. So as they throw him over the railing, he violently bashes his head on that pipe before he hits the ground. Daniel cannot bring himself to throw Lola off the railing, and as Dante orders JC to do it for him, Daniel pulls a gun on JC and shoots him in the head. Daniel then shoots out everyone else on the railing, along with Dante himself, shooting him square in the damn face.
Venga, Daniel. A ver, JC, hazme el favor.
Sí, patrón. Muévete, güey.
No. Yo te dejé entrar. Yo te salvé de la calle. Siempre vas a ser un pinche perro.
And so there you have it. Dante is already dead, and Daniel has saved Efrain and Lola, and I suppose Strand now as well. I'm definitely surprised that Dante actually died right then and there, so good job catching me off guard like that. The episode ends with Daniel asking Efrain and Lola to forgive him one final time, and I love how that need for forgiveness Daniel has is constantly shown throughout the entire episode. Although Daniel has done awful things, he does have a conscience and he does feel bad for his past, so much so that it haunts him. Daniel is not okay with the way that Dante is ruling over his community, and so he shuts that shit down. The name of the episode is 100, and that's because by the end of the episode, Daniel has killed 100 people. That means that Dante was his 100th kill, and that just helps the episode feel like it's really come full circle once again. And with that being said, I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, or even subscribe for more Fear the Walking Dead content in the near future. I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Perdóname.